coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We out here. 33 years of prison stories. We pushing P. We pushing it all 2025. Please believe me. Please join in. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This is a movement, not a moment. Let's go. Let's get it. We on the road to 200K, man. We've been stuck. Let's go, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We got to get on the road in 2025. We got to make it happen in 2025. I can't do it by myself. We got to push this envelope. So get out there, spread the word, spread the message. Let's go. Let's get it. TBP Nation, stand up. We out here. We trying to make it happen. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's go. Salute. Oh, man. Today. I'm going to go back in the archives, man, and just tell you about some of these things I learned in prison when I first learned them, when I first started to understand the type of environment that I was in, the type of life that I was living, the things that I was seeing that was, like unreal to me, shocking to me, crazy to me. But when you're in a different place, in a different environment, you have to learn how to adapt, cope, and adjust. These are 3 things you're gonna have to learn in prison, man. Because in prison, you're gonna see so many things that you never thought you'd see in your life. You're gonna experience so many things you never thought you'd experience. You're gonna be witness to just stuff that you only saw on TV and in the movies, and you're going to have to deal with the shocking reality that you can't get away from this. You cannot get away from this. No matter how much you don't like it, no matter how much you protest, no matter how much it, disturbs, disgusts, or bothers you, you can't get away. You just can't. You're going to have to learn how to deal with it. Adapt, cope, and adjust. This is one of the first times that I think I could say that I came to the understanding that first I had already understood, even from receiving, I understood that they, that they had homosexuals in prison, which is, you knew that before you got there. But you have to learn the terminology, the language, how to address these people. You can't go with what you did on the street, or if you felt that way on the street and that's how you verbalized and express yourself on the street, you couldn't do this in prison because it's going to cause you a lot of drama. I mean, a lot of drama. So you had to learn how to change your language, change your tone, and deal with people as people and not as what you had any type of preconceived notion you had. You couldn't use them words. You couldn't use the FAG word. You couldn't do that in prison. You know what I'm saying? No matter how tough you thought you was, no matter how much you felt like this what I stand, you couldn't do it. You weren't gonna survive. You're not gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? Because so much drama gonna come to you and so much beef that, you know what I'm saying, you human. You ain't gonna be able to be victorious in all of them. And the ones that you don't be victorious in might be the ones that, you can't come back from. So you have to learn these things, and you have to humble yourself. It's just like with a lot of other things in prison. You have to humble yourself, just like being told what to do all the time, when to eat, when to sleep, where to go. You have to humble yourself. You can't beat the system. You can't. You can't beat the system. You can't beat the administration. So you have to humble yourself. And I can remember, man, like I say, understanding that coming from Southampton, going to the wall, really getting the understanding there how, saying something, looking at one of these people wrong, can cause you a lot, you know, maybe even your life, because they got somebody, if not them, that's gonna deal with it. They got somebody else that's gonna deal with it. I'm talking about with no problem. Yeah, with none whatsoever. They coming. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to deal with that. So it's best that, you know what I'm saying, to stay to yourself, to be respectful, but don't be disrespected. If you disrespected, then you do what you gotta do. But if you not disrespected just because you don't like what you see or woo, you gotta keep that to yourself, man. You got to keep that to yourself. As long as it don't come in your vicinity right with you or oppose you or say nothing, you got to keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Loose lips sink ships, you know. And if you speak wrong or you speak ill or you just speak your mind about something that has nothing to do with you personally, you putting yourself in a situation. So I'm understanding all this and learning all this from receiving to the water. So now when I hear Augusta, I understand now that it's a different world that I'm in. I'm understanding this, you know. So when I'm seeing things that look strange to me, when I'm seeing things that look odd to me, it's crazy. So I remember when I first went in the block, and I tell you I was in the block with Towns, and he got two boys. And I'm seeing how they moving and how they catering to him and how he calling shots. And I'm looking at him, and I'm being honest with you, I was in awe. I'm like, man, what is going on up in this joint? Because they moving like females when they clearly males, but and they catering to him like they you know, on some servant type stuff. And I'm like, man. And I remember my celly at the time. He was an older dude, older than me, from DC, and he had been there for a little minute. And he was telling me like, oh yeah, that's his peoples, man. You know, so now I'm understand what peoples mean. You know what I'm saying? That's his peoples, man. Oh yeah, you know, DC, they be like, yeah, they gumps. You know what I'm saying? That's a word that DC used for, you know, homosexuals. So they said, yeah, they gumps, man. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them people, but they was acting feminine. And they were dressing feminine to the best of their ability, putting on stuff. You know what I'm saying? In that block also was Boo Boo. So I'm seeing Boo Boo walking across the floor. When I first seen him, I'm like, man, what the? Because he literally almost looked like a girl. You know, he had on a crop top and little shorts, and he light skinned, got green eyes. He acting super feminine. When I first seen him, he walk across the pond. I'm like, man, this is like, what is going on up in this piece? So just learning these things off the top and learning how, you know, me personally, I don't even want to catch eye contact with them, so I won't have to respond or say that. I don't want to catch eye contact with none of them. That was me. That was my position. You know what I'm saying? But I remember him saying, yeah, man, just don't say nothing to none of them people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it moving. Even if they speak to you, man, you know, nod or something, just keep on going. Woo, woo. I'm like, man, I ain't trying. He was like, man, I'm telling you though, but I'm telling you, they're going to bring you some problems, man. Don't say nothing crazy to them. Don't cuss them out. Don't do none of that, man. No, they don't come at you foul or say nothing to you. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know, even your look, your body language, like, you know, say something that you might not like, or you might not agree with it, you know, you might look. All of that right there can bring you some drama in the penitentiary. All of that can bring you some drama. You understand? And so I'm learning these things so I can remember later on when I learned that, because I got a concept now of what's going on. But I can remember later on, man, I learned that all boys don't look like boys. That kind of threw me off. You know what I'm saying? It really did. Cause and then in there, you know, you'll see some dudes that they cool with white dudes. You know what I'm saying? And the white dude cool with them. But to me, I'm like thinking like they just cool. And a lot of times that may be the case. But a lot of times that may not be the case. And I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember this gangster dude, I ain't gonna call his name, he was a gangster. Real live gangster. You know, and I learned that too. That how you got to, like I say, how you got to, what your perception is and what penitentiary perception is two different things. So this dude was a gangster. He was known for doing what he did on the street. Think he was a big drug boy, woo, whatever it was on the street. But in the penitentiary, he was respected. He wasn't no big dude. He wasn't no muscular dude. He wasn't no tall dude. He wasn't no nothing. Didn't look like no killer, nothing. But you knew he was by the way he conducted himself, by the way people respected him. He was known to put some work in. And at this time that I'm meeting him, he probably, I'm young and I don't know what, man. I'm early 20s. He probably late 30s, maybe early 40s. Guesstimating, right? And let's just say he called him JW, right? And at this time now, I'm all out of pocket. I'm in the gambling. I done jumped into the little poker thing, the little skin thing, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, deal with what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hustle, and it was really adrenaline, you know what I'm saying, pumping. You know what I'm saying? I got into it. Ain't no excuses. That's what I was in. I was gambling, right? So he ran a lot of gambling games, right? He ran a lot of them on the yard, in blocks. He ran a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, he was a boss dude. So I was cool with him, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't no bad dude. He wasn't no, like, no rah-rah dude or nothing. But I have seen him get angry. And when he get angry, he metamorphosizes. He turns into a whole, like, hey, what up, young blood? He one of them type of dude. Then I done seen him mad and angry at gambling establishments, poker games, or whatever. Somebody ain't got the money, somebody playing, somebody ordering money. And I see his whole face change, like, look, don't get this money, man. If you ain't got this money upstairs, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Don't ask me. You can see that he was, you know, he was dead serious. So I done seen him like that. But for the most part, on a day-to-day basis, he a humble dude. Now, he had this white dude that was in the cell with him. That used to be his partner. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I was looking at it. That was his partner, because he used to be at the game or something, and dudes come out, like we had the gambling games outside. Dudes will come bring money to the game to get in the game, and he'll call him over there, and he'll take and put the money in the sack, take it away from the game, just in case the police run down on the game. It ain't no money out there. You can't say we gambling. You know what I'm saying? We just playing cards, which they know we gambling. But if they catch the money, that's the proof. So a lot of dudes will have somebody on standby, take the money, put the money somewhere else, hide the money on the yard till wreck over, you know what I'm saying, take the money, smuggle the money back in the building, because they going to check you coming back in the building too. So you going to break the money up, put it with different people, they, you know what I'm saying, more or less be able to get back in with it. So he's always called the white guy. Now the white dude, he didn't, to me, he just looked like, really for real, he looked like a Tarzan dude. This dude played every type of sport it was out there. He loved the baseball, though. He was one of the best baseball players out there. They play baseball, they play softball, they be playing volleyball, man, they be playing soccer out that joint. And he had kind of like long hair about to his shoulders, because this way before they made you cut your hair, you could wear your hair any kind of way you want. He had long hair about like to his shoulders. He was kind of cut up, not big, not too small, but he was cut up. You know what I'm saying? And he never wore a shirt, especially in the summertime. We out wreck. This joker never had a shirt on. Always out there, either he had on sweatpants or he had on shorts. Always out there playing basketball. Every rec period, he running around and he hitting home runs. You know what I'm saying? He doing everything. You know, and this is how I looked at him, like he just was like an athletic white dude looking like Tarzan with long hair, right? And I knew he was, you know, JW homeboy, and they said it was in the Senegal. That's his dude. So every time he called, hey, look, and act feminine, talk feminine, none of that. He just looked like a rough, athletic white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like on some Tarzan stuff out there playing, you know, every sport there was. I ain't never really seen him get on the basketball court, because, you know, mostly all the brothers on the court, and, you know, it's already rough over there. It's like rugby basketball. So I ain't never seen him do that. But all the rest of them, horseshoes, base, he do it all, right? So that's the way it was in my young brain and what it was, right? So I can remember I was outside one day, and I was with couple of dudes. We was jogging, and then we was over there shadow boxing, talking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Coming down from the workout and everything, sitting on the bench, waiting to go back in for rec to be over. You know what I'm saying? So I remember JW, he come walking around, and one of the dudes was cool with him, called him over there too. Dude used to play poker too. So he was like, man, why you ain't got the game set up today and everything? He said, nah, man, chilling today, man. Let them have it today, man. It's one of my relaxation day. But really, he been drinking. He drinking. He walking around the yard. He drinking. So he buzzed out. So he come over there, start kicking it with us. So we just talking and everything. So then, oh boy was like, man, they was playing softball over there. He was like, oh yeah, man, yeah, I see, you know, talking about the white dude, right here. I see your peoples over there, hitting home runs and everything. And he was like, yeah, you know, that what they do. That what they do. You know what I'm saying? And he done slid and got dirt all on him with no shirt on. Right? He got dirt all on him and everything. He told me some, man, yeah, your sled get ready to be filthy. He was like, nah, he cleaned himself up before he come in there. You know? So dude said, yeah. But I had caught the word where he said, your peoples. So I had heard the word before, so but it didn't really register. But I do remember him saying it. So he was like, yeah, he said, man, that crazy, man. He said, man, yeah, somebody told me that, you know, he used to be on another account, and he was such and such peoples, right? And he was like, I don't know who told you that. He said, so now I'm catching on, so I'm listening, but I'm being, you know. So he said, I don't know who told you that. He said, yeah, nah, he ain't never been nobody else people. He ain't never been nobody else people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I turned him out. So now I'm like, it's like I'm the only one that really don't know. So he was like, oh yeah, he said, yeah, that's what I was saying too, man. Cause you know, since I've been on here with you, you know what I'm saying, y'all been, you know, kicking it for a little minute or something, woo, right? So I'm looking and I'm thinking, and the whole time they talking now, it's like blacking out in my brain. Like I can hear them talking like woo, but it sound like this now. Cause I can't hear it, cause I'm thinking in my mind like, and I'm looking over there him playing baseball, running around, like, is he a boy? More so, is JW into that? You know, cause I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he talked this little talk, whatever. And he said, yeah, man, but he said, man, he be out there, man, he be acting wild and I don't know what, boy, he be crazy. He said, I don't know how you did that. He said, yeah. And then dude said, you know, they be calling him Tarzan out here. He be running around with his shirt off, doing all this stuff and all that. And I'll never forget this statement. I believe I said something about this statement before in one of them other videos. I'll never forget this statement. Cause JW kind of drunk, so he would talk a little bit more than he'll use to talk, especially about some of his personal business. And he said, oh yeah, I don't care what he do out here. He do anything he want to do out here. He can go climb a tree if he want to climb a tree. He can be Tarzan out here. But when he hit that cell door, he Jane all night. And I was like, what in the what? He who? I can remember, you know how when you talk about somebody or you talking about somebody that's in the area or the vicinity, people always tell you, don't look, because man, when he said that, I couldn't help but look. I can remember turning around looking at the baseball field like, what? I was the only one unaware. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually his people. So that was when I first learned that all boys don't look like boys. And I'm going to tell you something. The white boy that I'm talking about in particular, oh, he'll fight. He play that baseball and be talking rough and tough. And like, man, no, man, he was safe. He was safe. Man, F you, whatever, what's up? And he was like that. And I told you his makeup, like he was, you know, a little cut up, and I did not, it was, JW said he Tarzan out here, he Jane up in there. You understand me? So I don't care what he do. That don't faze me. That don't bother me. It don't, and he didn't, when you seen him interacting with JW, he won't interacting with him like talking to him like he was a boy or like he was one of them. He talked to him like, hey, homie, come over here. That's how he talked to him. Hey, take this money right here. Ooh, all right, I got it. All right, good look, homie. And I'm like, this had me looking at everybody kind of like, what's going on up in this piece? You know what I'm saying? And is you cool with somebody or you cool with somebody? Or that mean you cool with somebody? I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I learned. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't mess me up. Because I'm looking at JW now like, I won't really try to look at him funny, but I was looking at him like, hold on. But that's another lesson too. You realize that if he into that or dudes this into that, you can't look at him, no matter what your personal thoughts is, you can't look at him then and say, oh, or like somebody at the poker game and they losing or something, he running the joint and he look, ain't nobody gonna turn around and say, man, shut up, man, you gay. You not gonna do that. If you do it, you ain't leaving that yard. Not like you came out there. You ain't leaving like you came out there. I can guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't leaving like you came out there. You leaving, you gonna be leaking. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be leaking. Yeah. You not gonna be waterproof no more. He gonna light you up. So I'm learning that too. You can't just take the labels that you bought from the street and put them on people in the penitentiary. Cause by nobody in the penitentiary standards was JW somebody to play with. You know what I'm saying? By nobody's standards. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that was what he was into, but now that I do know, I still can't say regardless of what I thought, regardless of what my personal, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a different land, a different country, a different rules and regulations, and I'm having to learn all this stuff. Cause now in my mind, my young penitentiary mind now, I can't see nothing else but that. Every time I saw the white boy now, that's all I thought about. Man, I couldn't get it, I couldn't shake it for a minute until I started seeing more and more and more and more of it. And then I'm starting to say, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what they doing. This is what, not everybody, but some people, this is what they doing. So I can't take and try to look at them different or deal with them different, because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with my personal opinion, how I feeling. It ain't my business. And that's a hard lesson for people to learn in penitentiary. That's how a lot of people get towed off. And not just because of that type of thing, but just because of taking what they know from the street and their personal opinions about things or personal agenda and trying to use that same philosophy in the penitentiary. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. These people been in here for decades. These people been in here for God knows how long. And they run the penitentiary and they got penitentiary rules that don't apply on the street. Just like the rules that you came from the street to the penitentiary with don't apply in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to respect these rules in here or somebody is going to put some holes in you, man. Straight like that. And you got to understand that. Straight up, you got to understand it. You know what I'm saying? And people in there read body language and everything, man. You can look at something that you think disgusting or you like and hit one of them and you may just, that's on you. Just like you ain't bothering nobody. You just letting out your expression or whatever, or your whatever it is that you saw you ain't like or whatever. And you, man, you could be setting up in your cell an hour, 2 hours, or 2 days later and get pulled up on about that. Yeah, that's if you lucky. That's if you lucky. They might just pull up on you without warning and without talking. And I seen it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to control your emotions, your thoughts, and everything, even through your body language, let alone your vocabulary. You understand? Because, man, you in a different world. You in a danger zone. And if you don't know all the rules and you don't know all of what's going on and you get the, It ain't, I'm telling you, man. So I'm like, man, but I never forget. That was the first time that I can remember that I understood that all boys ain't gonna look like boys. Um, all boys ain't soft. Whatever they personal preferences is, don't misconstrue that. Cause I'm telling you that white boy would get down. He'll get down. I'm gonna tell you how I know he'll get down. Cause probably about a year, maybe a year later, something. Joker owed JW some money, and he was acting gangster about it, and acting like he wasn't gonna pay it, and acting like he was going, you know what I'm saying, nah, what you did wasn't right, and I ain't honoring that, I ain't paying that. And JW like, you gonna pay it. You definitely gonna pay it. And he's saying he definitely won't. You know, and when you talk like that in the penitentiary, you know, the bar has already been understood. The gauntlet has already been laid down. You know what I'm saying? And they came out to that wreck, and they ain't even approach each other on no, like, I'm trying to, you know, we trying to talk about this no more, because the words had already been said. And JW pulled that joint out. He pulled that joint out, and they got to working. And then the dude was gonna help him, and that white boy jumped in there and got to working too. Yeah, they got to working out there. You understand? And shut the yard down, and all of them went to jail, and by way of medical. You understand? So everything ain't gonna be what it look like. Everything ain't gonna be what you think it is, with your perceptions from the street to the penitentiary. So at these times right here, I'm learning, and I'm in shock. I'm in awe. I'm in like, man, I'm in disbelief. But I ain't got no choice but to understand what's going on around me, because I can't get away from it. You know, so I used to process all of that stuff in my brain, man. Like, man, I'm really in the twilight zone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was, because when you start seeing that type of stuff, and you seeing how easy it unfold, and how easy it get out of hand, and you know, the wrong word, the wrong look, the wrong gesture, you know what I'm saying, the wrong person, play with the wrong person, say something to the wrong person, it could be your last day. That could be your last day in the penitentiary. That could be your last day on this earth. Real talk. And yeah, man, so you can't judge a book by its cover. Everything ain't gonna be what it look like. Everything ain't gonna be what it sound like. You have to learn all of this. Ain't nobody giving you no pamphlet, no book saying, look, these is all the rules of the penitentiary. They ain't doing none of that. They ain't doing none of that. You mess up, you mess up. And just hope you mess up with somebody that ain't got that type of mentality, like he ain't getting you no second chance. Straight like that. So yeah, man, but yeah, I learned that from I learned that from JW, man. JW said, yeah, he can be Tarzan out here all he want to. He Jane when he get up there. And that's all about matters to me. I don't care what y'all think. And he meant that. You know what I'm saying? And he meant that. And I just never forget that moment, and locking it in my brain, like, okay, all right. This is what's going on. Yeah. But anyway, man, just wanted to drop that on y'all, man, because, you know, it just came across my mind this morning, talking to somebody, made that come across my mind, and I wanted to give it to y'all, man. So y'all talk to me in the comments, man. You got to talk in the comments, man. You got to talk in the comments. You got to leave a comment. Even if I'm in the live chat with you, you still got to go back on the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, man. Talk to me, I talk back. That helps the channel grow. That helps us get back in the algorithm. Check your status. Make sure you sub. They unsubbing people. I don't know if it's just me or other people, but you got to check your status every so often, man. Maybe once a week. Make sure you still sub. If you want to help the channel, if you want to grow this platform, let's do it. Let's go. TBP Nation, stand up. Love y'all. Be safe. Be smart. Make good decisions, man. And duck them hooks, man. Y'all don't want to deal with none of this foolishness. Please believe me, man. But if you get in there, you ain't got no choice. We gone.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.